Hi guys, welcome. All right. Today's topic is all about your spirit guides, what type of spirit guides you guys have. I did want to do a collective spread first, and then we'll dive into each pile. I will go ahead and pick the cards after the collective message. All right. So tell us, confirm for us about my Crowllies spiritual teacher and spirit guide. This is the collective energy spread for you and specifically for the Crowllies, and then we'll do the pick a card, okay? All right, let's see. Tell us about their spiritual teacher and spirit guides. Give us clear, concise messages. Ashay, thank you. All right. So you have accountability in the reverse. It's kind of giving this energy of this spirit guide is teaching you about being there, being present for yourself in certain circumstances and cases, okay? And so that could be significant for you guys. Some of you guys could have a disconnect with one of your spirit guides, or one of your spirit guides feel disconnected, or you feel disconnected from them. And so in order to align yourself back with your spirit guide, it's giving this energy of I don't know, just owning up to certain things. Again, this is this lion energy there as well. So there's something here in regards to taking accountability, whether it be within your day-to-day life or spiritually in essence, okay? You have freedom here. I do feel like a lot of you Crowllies, your spirit guides love it when you feel free, when you don't feel restricted, when you don't feel tied down or limited, you know. That's what it's doing. All right, tell us more about your spirit guides. All right, pay attention. So I do feel like your spirit guides come around in a time where you do need to know something, a heads up, a warning, FYI type of situation, a behind the scenes type of deal. They make you aware, okay? And sometimes, because it's very, very, this energy feels very hot. So you may have, warrior spirits, or spirits that work with fire, fire elements, fire herbs, something of that nature, right? From what I'm seeing here as well. Tell them more in regards to their spirit guides. Tell them more information about their spirit guides. You know, I also feel like this accountability in the reverse could be some of you may not be doing your shadow work, okay? And so there's certain things that you might not be paying attention to, okay? What's going on here? More messages in regards to their spirit guides. More messages in regards to their spirit guides. More messages in regards to their spirit guides. Great diviner. So I do feel like you guys have a spirit guide that can help you discern, like fine tune your intuition, enhance your intuition, to help you to possibly, you know, read shells, read cowries, read oracle cards, maybe even tarot. Okay, so this is like a divining spirit as well. And then we have bliss, this bliss energy. So you have this hawk, eagle, and you have eagle, owl, and again with that lion energy for you guys. And we have Yemaya. So some of you guys may have water spirits. The water kingdom may really favor you guys. Yemaya, peacock energy, very showy, okay, but in a graceful manner. All right. I'm also seeing, okay, this energy of resurrection here. So there's a lot of things that your spirit guides help you to restart, revamp, to do over again, reopen. I don't know, like it's giving that type of energy for sure. I'm also feeling like again connection to the water. So to connect to your spirit guides, being around water, nature. For some of you guys, spiritual baths are really gonna help you to uh connect. And this could be on a level of like, you know, just cleansing and things of that nature may help. Um, so I also see that you guys have to ask yourself if you can let your tears be the healer of your timeline. You need to ask yourself if do you feel intimidated around other people, as if you don't have the same lion spirit, because this is the energy that I'm talking about, right? Let's really look in and hone in at this energy, because there's a spirit guide that is asking you certain questions like, do you believe in yourself more than just what you say you believe yourself, or believe in what you are trying to accomplish? There's something here because, and again, it came out as like there's certain shadow work that either hasn't been done or is being avoided, because accountability came out in the reverse, right? And for some of you guys, it could be shadow situations, shadow attributes, things that are unhealed, things that need to be like addressed, right? But for others of you, Crowllies, again, this is the collective message part before we get to the pick a card, right? For some of you guys, it's like this energy of like there's something about embarrassment, okay? That your spirit guide is trying to instill some sort of courage in you to get rid of whatever that root cause of fear is, if you get what I'm saying, right? And so that's like that lioness type of energy that is like deep inside of you, right? That's that energy, but that's where that comes from. That comes from that particular spirit guide. And you guys might not be too connected to the spirit guide, or whenever you do, you kind of maybe feel shamed of it, right? Of connecting to that type of energy. But in reality, it's actually one of your spirit guides helping you through certain situations. So some of you guys may have issues with like shame, right? Um, Again, so for those of you that partake in like Ifa and you know, seven African powers and things of that nature. Like, you know, there's a whole different umbrella for that type of spiritual practice, right? And so I am seeing this is more of like Ifa, all right? This is Urumila, all right? Do your research. Some of you guys may be connected to Orumila. Some of you guys are connected to the colors of yellow and green very, very heavily. And that could be, you know, a sign, as well as palm nuts, and someone could be connected to Nigeria, Nigerian type of style divination, divination type style that comes from Yoruba, these type of styles. And this is like more like cowrie shows, because they do it differently, okay? And so there's different types and forms of divination and different types of spiritual practices. And so based off of this, it's like, you know, this could be one of your spirit guides, and this is how they do it. And so that could really help you, maybe getting connected to cowrie shells, having cowrie beads, necklaces, earrings, just, you know, on your altar, whatever, like however you can have it around you. I think that it will actually enhance your intuition and help you to connect with that particular spirit guide as well. And so I also, you know, want to talk about, you know, Yemaya, right? Because connecting to Yemaya, everybody knows going to the ocean, going to the beach, being able to go and connect, you know, with Yemaya. If you can't connect with Yemaya, you connect with her sister Oshun over, you know, at the river and the waterfalls and things of that nature. And in some stories, way back when, Yemaya and Oshun apparently were used interchangeably. So you would have to do your research in regards to that for those of you that, you know, are connected to both of them, and, you know, you really, really love both of them, and you just kind of like want to do some more research on that. I did find, you know, a few years back, a story in regards to them being interchangeable. And so because the energies of water or fluid, right? Which was interested. So you do kind of like, you know, go check that story out and see if you connect with that story somehow, some which way or form. Maybe also Yemaya showing up here for you guys as well, because she is the great mother of healing and cleansing waters, okay? And so, you know, yes, she has beautiful abundance type of energy as well, and luxuries and pleasures, but she is more of that nurturing, healing, maternal type of energy. And so if you guys need that particular energy, that energy is here for you guys as well. And then we have a key under that. All right, so yeah. So something is definitely opening up, and if we're talking about the depths of the ocean and the key there, so there's no limits to what can be opened up, right? Again, that energy of resurrection is what Yemaya is bringing for you guys collectively. All right. Okay, so let me go ahead and do a little shuffle and stick these cards right back in, and then I'm gonna show you guys the 3 cards that you guys can pick from, okay? Bear with me as I pick the cards for the piles now. All right. And we're going to go. Okay. So, pile 1. Ooh, that's nice. So you have that Star Bearer energy, which is really cool. Restoration. Pile 2, you have Trust. This Bliss energy, very like almost like an orb type of energy, which is coming through. Interesting. And then we have Higher Perception and Passion. This is giving kind of aura energy. Okay, so pile 1 is giving God, goddess energy. So embodying of God and goddess energy. So you're embodying your spirit guides, like characteristics, right? So this is pile 1. Pile 2 is like, it's giving this energy of balls of light. So this is like Reiki. This is like creating energy, manifestation. This is like movement of energy. Okay. So pile 2 is giving this energy of spirit guides trying to assist you to heal other people, manifest things for yourself, create things out of nothing, bring light to the world, and things of that nature. Okay. And then pile 3, with this, again, this aura type of vibe, it's giving your spiritual guides, or like etherically working on your auric field to upgrade and glow up your energy so that way your blessings can rain on you. Okay. That's what that one is. So everybody kind of figure it out. Some of you guys are going to pick a couple. That's fine. All right. And then I'll get to the timestamps later, I promise. All right. And then that accountability did, because this was a very big message for the collective. And it did, on the bottom of the deck, came out again after the shuffle. So that could be also significant for you guys. So don't forget to go ahead and watch that. Now, pile 1, let's get some tarot. So this God, goddess energy, okay, your spirit guides come day and night. Astrological transits are something that they honor and pay homage to. And so they have operated through, you know, telling time through stars and transits. So that's probably like why you're so comfortable. Like, this is giving like some of you guys because your gifts are actually characteristics or talents or skills and gifts that they have bestowed upon you, to some sort of level that you got to keep on leveling up, and because of, you know, the quality of learning how to utilize that gift or utilize that skill or utilize that spiritual essence that they're blessing you with. And we'll get into like how that looks like for you in your life and how you can utilize it to your max potential, and you know how you can continue to evolve and continue to sustain a relationship with your particular spirit guides as well. Okay. But it's also giving water energy. So you guys definitely have water spirits as well as elemental spirits, from what I heard. Okay. So tell me a little bit more. So connecting with water, moonlight is significant. What is that called? Is it called moon bathing or stargazing, moon bathing? Those two things could be significant for pile 1. Okay. What else? You guys know I do not like this, and I don't know why it does that, but if I move it closer, maybe it will come into focus. And it will stop doing that thing. Okay. Hopefully now. Okay. So tell us more for pile 1. Tell us more for pile 1 about their spirit guides. Okay. So you have the 2 of Wands and the Knight of Cups. I will say that in regards to your spirit guides, they are assisting you right now to restore certain partnerships that like are more so contract based, and in regards to, yeah, there could be some sort of romance here, but this also feels like creative projects. Okay, so there's a restoration of skills, talents, dreams, aspirations, um, ambitions. The Six of Cups, some old wishes. All right, childhood aspirations, right? Healing childhood wounds. Ooh, you have a spirit guide that's a healer. So, a gift of yours could be the ability to heal, particularly spiritual baths. So, you could be really good at creating spiritual baths, or, um, oh, yeah, the other part of this message was going to be about your spiritual teacher. Maybe your spiritual teacher is someone that creates baths, and they can help you. There's something about baths. I don't know. Okay. 8 of coins. It's also giving this energy of like, there's certain types of spiritual rituals to help restore your energy. Like you can restore your energy in certain I don't know if it's starlight starlight timings, starlight cycles. Is it sun cycles? I'm not sure exactly what they're saying, but there's some sort of cycles. And I also heard something about Artemis. Okay. So some of you guys could be connected to Greek gods. So, what stars make the shape of Artemis or something like that? There's something like that. Okay, so some of you guys could be connected to like star seeds, Palladians. Okay, so there's something like beyond this world. Okay, so you have a spirit god that is beyond this world, that connects you to the astrological things, right? And not necessarily zodiac signs, but more planetary transits. Okay, this is something that you need to work on. This is something you need to study. All right, this is something that you need to get better at. Okay, this is why this is them encouraging you. So if you start like, oh yeah, I want to do research on that, or I want to learn more about that, or I'm gonna screenshot this so I can read that later, or I'm gonna bookmark this so that way, or I'm gonna buy that book, or I'm gonna decide to listen to that podcast or listen to that video or research this topic, right? That's where it's coming from. Okay, that makes sense now. Okay, and you actually have a few different guides that help you together to formulate the knowledge that you need to connect yourself with those spirit guides again, because it's like you could be kind of trying to develop this goddess energy within yourself. And to do so, because some of you guys are not there yet, but you're trying, right? And to do so, you need to basically figure out who your spirit guides are, so that way you could understand yourself, because your spirit guides, their characteristics are also characteristics that you would see within yourself. That doesn't necessarily mean that you are them and they are you, right? That just means that their characteristics show up when they're around you, right? So it's almost like some of you guys could be energy channelers as well, from what I'm picking up for pile one. It's given this energy of like when you're with someone and you're vibing with them, you talk at the same speed as them. You might, laugh as loud as them. Like there's something about like matching the energy of that God, goddess energy that is your spirit guides. Wow. So it shows up through you as you walk through rooms, like as you walk into rooms and stuff like that. So let's say again, healing energy, right? So you're someone that you could have a lot of people that have trauma and emotional irregulations and emotional dysfunctional issues and all kinds of stuff, and these type of people just like show up in your life very very constantly, where they drain you emotionally, energetically, spiritually, and in reality what they're doing is they're taking the essence of that healing spirit guide that you do have, that you do not know how to work with completely, to the point that it then depletes you, because now it's almost like how spiritualists and diviners and tarot readers and stuff like that, they say, channel, I'm an open conduit to channel these messages, blah blah blah. There's a reason why I don't say shit like that. I'm sorry, but there's a reason why I don't say shit like that. And the reason is because you're not going to use my body. I'll go ahead and channel the messages and say what the fuck you guys are telling me to say, but you're not going to utilize my body, because that's going to drain me. That's going to take from my physical vessel. That's now talking about mediumship. I don't do that shit. Sorry. And so that being said, right? Oh, sorry, you guys. Oh, that being said, right? It's like it's giving that type of energy. So know the difference between being a medium, being a healer, being an energy channeler, and things of that nature, right? Two of Cups here. It's also giving this energy. Okay, so your spirit guides. So this is it. This is it. The reason why you're so, people say, oh, you're so flirtatious, you're so flirty. It's like people just adore you, people just appreciate you, or people just favor you and things that's your spirit guides. That's your spirit guides that walk with you. It's like, damn, you got into that relationship so fast, that relationship's so good, right? That job's so good. I can't believe you healed from that situation so quickly. I can't believe you were able to bounce back after that situation, whatever. That's your spirit guides. The Emperor. Especially death card, especially in regards to toxic situations. It's almost like as soon as you get it out of a toxic situation, you're able, there's something else that comes in. And now I'm seeing a female cardinal. Okay. So that's the female ancestor spirit that just strolled up. So after every situation, like after every transition, after every breakup, after every death, after after every major event that causes this like halt moment for you, within a month or 3 months something new happens for you that completely helps you to heal from all that situation, and helps you to improve your relationships and things of that nature, and just puts you in these like beautiful soulmate contracts, these beautiful relationships, these beautiful places, right? To experience really nice people, from what I'm seeing. And so like there is a spirit guide that does bring like this major transformation, and one of your spirit guides is actually a masculine energy. I was picking up a lot of like feminine energy, water elemental energy, right? Did I say Fey energy? Fey energy as well, right? But there's something here in regards to like healing, mending relationships as well. So let them know about their spiritual teacher, okay? Their spiritual teacher for Pile 1. Tell them about their spiritual teacher. Now, your spiritual teacher and your spirit guides are completely different. So your spiritual teacher is here in the flesh, all right, in the physical. All right, so tell them, give them hints about who their spiritual teacher is. The devil card in the reverse. Okay. So I will say that your spiritual teacher is someone that has actually broke free from limitations, restrictions, from toxic dynamics, from either self-destructive behaviors that they could have, done to themselves, and or could have gotten themselves out of an abusive, toxic situation. Okay, because you have this energy of the healer here, they could be, someone that promotes healing, could be a life coach, could be a Reiki healer, because the Age of Swords is here. It lets me know that your spiritual teacher is someone that can talk a lot about breaking out of your head, like getting out of your headspace, not restricting yourself, not limiting yourself, not going into the self-imposter syndrome. They could be someone that has mastered getting out of self-imposter syndrome, okay, and being able to identify these things. Tell them about their spiritual teacher. So this is also something that your spiritual teacher could be teaching you currently, and or teaching you in the near future, okay, or could have taught you, because some of you guys have already connected with your spiritual teacher. All right. The Queen of Wands is here. Yeah, this is also this energy of owning up to, like, this is believing in yourself, breaking out of the energy of projected insecurities as well. Because a lot of times people can suggest, plant seeds of suggestion, making you think that you are less than, or think that you won't be able to or capable of doing something. And so this spiritual teacher teaches, they might have like some sort of course, they might have certain posts, they might have something that kind of teaches you how to, identify these things, and mastering, this type of energies, the 10 of Wands here, especially if, it's something that's overwhelming, overbearing, or triggering. So yeah, so the spiritual teacher looks like they're going to be very helpful for you in regards to reclaiming your spiritual essence, your spiritual power, so that way you will be able to break out of, shadow attributes. So they could be really good at, maybe posting about shadow work, or shadow work journal prompts, or maybe they post just regularly. It might not be them creating the post, but they could be, sharing shadow work prompts or something like that. That might help. Or something like they might, have like memes or something. Tell them more about their spiritual teacher. Do they know their spiritual teacher already? Do they know their spiritual teacher for Power 1? Have they met them? The Hierophant. Yeah. That's yeah. That's definitely, for sure. I do. I think so. I think and with that, like, you may have a few different spiritual teachers. Some of you guys may actually follow a few of their accounts, or a few spiritual teachers' accounts, and you're trying to figure out which one is which. Okay. So yeah, it's giving yes, you've already met your spiritual teacher, and or you may have them in one of your accounts, but you might not know who your spiritual teacher is of yet, okay? Especially if you have multiple spiritual accounts, because I know I have my personal account, and then I have my my business account, and then I have my spiritual account where, like, I can, support all my other spiritualists and stuff like that, but also like get my own content. For the pleasures of watching, right? And so that being said, there could like maybe you have multiple accounts for those types of reasons or whatever, and it's given like, yeah, you're following, like you already following them, but you might not know which teacher it is, and you might not know which account it is. So let's give you another confirmation. Just one more, another confirmation. So do they know? Have they met? Oh, how do I say this? Are they virtually connected to their spiritual teacher? Are they virtually connected to their spiritual teacher? Page of Wands. I feel like you have messaged this person, and this person may have messaged you back. It's also giving some sort of notification. So you might actually have notifications from this person. All right. So your notifications are on. Notifications are on. You could get notifications early in the fucking morning from this person or late at night. Okay. But it's giving notification of some sort. Or subscription of some sort, okay? And then for the ones that they haven't met, give them a hint so that way they'll be able to identify. Because there's a couple different. So you have a couple different Ace of Swords, okay. And the Four of Cups, interesting. So for some of you guys, clarify the Four of Cups. Okay. For some of you guys, one of these spiritual teachers is one of the teachers that come in, they kind of give you bad news and stuff like that. But the bad news always comes with some sort of self-improvement. Okay. So it's like, yeah, they might give you bad news, but it's not like a fear, it's not a fear tactic. They're not fear mongering. They're just telling you for clarity. They're telling you for factual purposes. They're telling you so that way they can cut through some sort of illusion for you. And then they provide some sort of, I don't know, resource. They provide some sort of challenge or skill or something for you to do to improve. Okay. That's what I'm seeing. So, the fun question is, who sent them? Who sent these spiritual teachers to you? Who sent these spiritual teachers? High Priestess. Woo! So you guys already know. It was my family member. Yes, my family member was the one that linked us together. It was family. That's how we got connected. Yes, they're like family now. They're like a part of the family now. That's what I heard. Yep. So, who sent them? Who sent them? So, some of you guys, it was a passed away loved one. Or it could have been a couple. There's a couple here. So, maybe a couple, passed away couple, sent them. That's so cute. Two little crows sitting on a tree. Watching the rainbow. Waiting for something to die, basically, for them to eat, right? You know? Something. You know how crows are. What's going on here? Sorry, y'all, I just realized I was a little dark. My bad, y'all, my bad. We still here, okay. Who sent them? Okay. Four of Swords. For some of you guys, you prayed. You asked for somebody. It's like, please, just send me somebody to help me through this situation. Some of you guys, you prayed for this person, for the spiritual teacher to come. And then the spiritual teacher showed up. I don't know, after a situation that was pretty messed up. Because I don't know if this crow's pretending to be, you know, unalived, or if that's just how they're resting. If that's just how they're resting, that's a little scary. Yeah, you ever seen like those type of people that go to sleep and they look scary, like while they're sleeping? Like you have to like shake them, like, hey, you okay? Like I was like giving that type of energy. It's like maybe you was like in a situation that was like really, really triggering and scary that you had to pray for, you know, some sort of restoration. For some sort of healing. Okay. God send me an angel from the heavens above. Okay, so what does this spiritual teacher want you to know? What does the spiritual teacher, again, they're alive, they're not dead. Just saying, okay. What does the spiritual teacher want them to know? Ooh, 5 of Cups, 9 of Cups. They want you to know that regardless of life's up and downs and disappointments and dissatisfactions, there's always going to be a time in your life where you're going to be just as satisfied and grateful that will match the energy of the disappointment that you've been through in the past. So just live your life and be happy. 6 of Cups. Don't dwell in the past, my love. You have so many emotions. Use them to fill your cup with love and happiness, not with devastation, sadness, and sorrow. All right, Power One, those were your messages. Let me know how they resonated, and I will see you for the next Crow reading. Okay. Pile 2. So you have that energy, that ball of energy, that movement of energy, okay, that manifestation energy. All right, could be Reiki energy as well, the creation of energy, transmutation of energy. So this is giving your spirit guides as they're really good with astral travel. They're really good with healing. They're good with aura detection. They're good with I heard battle magic, healing magic, something about connecting to the earth's core. Okay, interesting. And something about like dimensions, time, and space. So again, a lot of like teleportation, astral travel. What is this? Like sleep. What is this? Like regression. So this is like being able to this is like past life regression. So this is like timeline hop and go into different dimensions, but through sleep, through meditation, through trance, through some sort of hypnosis. Okay. Wow. So these spirit guides can help you through like all of these different things. And this is like the different types of things that they can help you with, or the different types of like skills and stuff like that they come with. Okay. All right, pile 2. Let's get into it. Tell them about their spirit guides. Tell them about their spirit guides for pile 2. About their spirit guides for pile 2. All right, the Emperor. Okay, so you do have a masculine spirit guide, but it's also giving this energy of you have a spirit guide that's like a chief, okay? For some of you guys, you have an Indian spirit guide, a chief spirit guide. You have some sort of a warrior spirit, okay? Then we have the 7 of Wands here. You have very protective spirit guides. The 7 of Cups. Yeah, your spirit guides do not like it when you are confused and or when someone is trying to, you know, pull a wool over your eyes or cause some sort of disillusionment. So oftentimes your spirit guides actually protect you a lot. Through your defensive nature emotionally, when you have no idea exactly where this like mood swings come from, and in reality that's them swaying you for you to protect yourself. So become more aware of working with the fire element instead of the water element, because the fire element is closer to the male spirit guides, okay? From what I'm seeing here. Tell them more about their spirit guides. Tell them more about their spirit guides. Okay, so you have the Moon and the 10 of Wands. I will tell you that there are some spirit guides that you still have yet to meet. Okay? There are spirit guides that you still have yet to meet, still have meant to connect with. And this is actually why a lot of you either deal with heavy energies, constantly having to cleanse, constantly having to do protection workings, spiritual baths, or cleansing and protection baths, okay? Because, yeah, and then we have the Tower here. So yeah, you have spirit guides that are definitely trying to assist you, but I do feel like because you are unaware of how many you have or which spirit guides you have, it's, again, that's probably why it's coming out as a orb of light. And so this is like desarrollar. Yeah, you have to develop. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. So this is new. So there are new spirit guides. Well, not necessarily new spirit guides, more like you're new to spirit guides, or how to connect with your spirit guides, and how to ask and invoke protection from your spirit guides. And, you know, for some of you guys, how many cups do you leave at the altar, and how many offerings do you need to do, and, you know, and it just depends on your spiritual practices, okay? Everybody's different. Okay. Tell them more about their spirit guides. Tell them more. All right, Queen of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. You know what? There's a spirit guide of yours that always gets you out of a freaking bind. There's a spirit guide of yours that's really good with luxury, finances, material things, money. All right, business deals, contracts, negotiations, and stuff like that. Especially when you don't know what the fuck you're doing and you don't know how to get out of the situation, and like you may have a lot of ideas, but you still don't know what to do. This is the spirit guide, King of Pentacles, that will bring the person into the picture that needs to help you, that will help you become the person that you need to find or to work with the people and find the people to get you out of the situation. You have two different spirit guides, feminine and male, masculine energy, okay, that emanates and exudes this luxury, abundance, financial fortitude, prosperous energy, okay? Yeah. And so you could actually embody the energy of luxury. So you could be really good, very fortunate in regards to business deals and contracts. So like you're somebody that, like, if you got a business deal, you got a business contract, you know, you're the person that instead of you getting 5%, 3%, 10%, you're somebody that will get 15%, 20%, 30%, right? And that's for you to get profit, right? If this is a situation where, like, oh, you know, you're trying to get out of a bind financially, you may owe something, or somebody's trying to get money out of you. And when I say get money out of you, I mean like in a not so good way, meaning it's gonna like be detrimental to you financially, or just fundamentally. And so what ends up happening is that the spirit guide, you know sends in the protective spirit guides. So this spirit guide is different than this spirit guide, this emperor energy. This emperor energy is like warrior spirits, again, that chief spirit that works in silence, right? This spirit guide works with this female spirit guide, and they work in tandem together. Again, the Three of Pentacles. So they work with other spirit guides in your spiritual court when you are confused, when you are, heavily energetically stressed, or heavily energetically drained, or heavily energetically spiritually attacked. Okay, there's too much that you're carrying, and so they try to move things around for you. Okay. And this is the periods of time where you feel the need to heavily work on something. The Eight of Pentacles is like, all right, I want to perfect this. I really want to work on this. I really want to spend time doing this thing. This is like, I'm really invested in this. Completely different from the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is more so, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm investing. The Eight of Pentacles is like more such as quality of something, the skill of something, the talent of something, the evolution of the before and after of something that you're spending lots of time and quality on. Okay. And so these spirit guides also help you with those things as well. Wheel of Fortune, again, double confirmation. These spirit guides will always help you to steer you out of a situation and steer you into the right direction all the time. Okay. So if you ever feel like things are falling apart and you're blaming your spirit guides, okay, in reality, you should be thanking them, because they always steer you out of a bad situation. It's like they always expose karmic situation, karmic cycles, but they always steer you into the next blessing. They always steer you into the right partnerships, the right contracts. Like let's say there's something that's stressing you out in regards to a job, in regards to a place of work, okay, or a career. And, they expose all this negative stuff that's happening, and you start worrying in the middle of the night, you start stressing out and things of that nature because you don't know what to do. And they start moving things around so that way they can start giving you these ideas. And you're like, well, I don't know what to do with those ideas, and I don't know exactly how I'm going to follow through. And eventually what happens is that they end up driving these type of people around you, or these type of opportunities around you, and then you go, oh yeah, so that's what you guys were talking about. And then boom, it literally, like, this orb of light comes out of nowhere, like this opportunity comes from darkness. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. And the Magician, like, literally they could be teaching you how to manifest things from thin air. Okay, showing you that, like, you're blessed, that you can create things, you can create these opportunities. So you guys could also be really good in regards to manifesting through visualization, manifesting through vision boards. This is like craft projects. I'm also seeing like maybe singing, dancing, acting, anything within the arts field, okay, is another thing. And that comes from, Ace of Pentacles, that comes from your spirit guides. Ooh, so that energy is coming from that. All right. So tell us about their spiritual teacher now. Okay. Remember, your spiritual teacher is living, completely different from your spirit guides. Your spirit, I believe spirit guides are omnipresent. Okay. All right. Tell them about their spiritual teacher now. Give them synchronicities, messages, clarity in regards to their spiritual teacher. Their spiritual teacher. There's another thing that I noticed in regards to this. This kind of looks like a curtain, like a stage and a curtain, right? So again, some of you with your your spirit guides, your spiritual team, they can actually help you and assist you when it comes to being in the spotlight, when it comes to becoming, I don't want to necessarily throw out fame there, but I definitely want to say celebrity status of some sort, and could even expand it to, fame, if you really work on the connection between you and your spirit guides and work on whatever that talent or skill that they, again, can develop within you, because there's something that's already within you. Okay, there's gifts that are already within you that you can magnetize, that you can enhance, and with your spirit guides in your court, meaning in your favor, helping you on your side spiritually, they can also assist you to get things quickly. 5 of Wands in the reverse, Ace of Wands in the reverse. So I will say that when it comes to your spiritual teacher could help you to identify when there's internal conflict, when there is internal strife happening, in regards to, not taking opportunities, not being able to take risks. All right. Or I'm hearing creative blockages. Okay. So identifying where the creative blockages are, the spiritual teacher can assist you to identify, like, are you getting in your way, or is this really a creative block? Are you procrastinating, or is this, coming from a deeper seated wound? And where is that wound coming from? The Hangman. So this particular spiritual teacher helps you to kind of pause and assess the situation, so that way you can see things from a different perspective. So this is a type of spiritual teacher that will be able to meet you where you are, but be able to show you things and shift things into a different perspective, so that way you would open your mindset more. Okay. So this is a spiritual teacher that will actually help you to understand spirituality instead of, suck you into. So this is like not somebody that will suck you into readings immediately, but this would be someone that will be like, okay, I want you to read these 2 or 3 different self-help books, because I can see that maybe readings are not helping you, or maybe this type of healing is not helping you, or maybe trying to process whatever situation you're going through in this type of way is not helping you. So I'm going to give you a different route, a different perspective. Okay. So that's the type of teacher, the spiritual teacher that you have. More about their spiritual teacher. Tell them more about their spiritual teacher. I don't feel like your spiritual teacher is someone that will go back and forth with someone. I feel like if this is a content creator type of spiritual teacher, again, when it comes to spiritual platforms, it just depends and varies on the different social media platforms and how they show up. So different types of content is, it may vary. Okay. So content could be from written content to video content to, screenshot posts, right? So this type of spiritual teacher is not someone that will, if someone's, trying to target them, or, comment underneath their post and, do some crazy stuff. This is not somebody that will go back and forth with them. All right. This is not someone that will entertain a lot of arguments and things of that nature. This is not someone that will stop their passion projects or creative ventures because of other people, okay, as well. So they can also be, teaching those things in their platforms. Tell them more about their spiritual teacher. More about their spiritual teacher. Yeah, Knight of Swords in the reverse. Your spiritual teacher is not impulsive when they speak. So a lot of the posts that they come out with, a lot of the content that they come out with, if they have a spiritual business, it is not something impulsive. It's something well thought out. It is very intentional. Okay. This is not, again, maybe some of you guys are questioning whether or not someone is a spiritual teacher. And that was your confirmation right there. Okay. Clarify. How many spiritual teachers do they have? How many spiritual teachers do they have? Okay. How many spiritual teachers do they have? Some of you guys change your mind a lot. And it's not necessarily, I'm hearing your spiritual team is like, it's not that you change your mind, it's that you constantly evolve. So your frequency changes, so your mentality changes, so your belief system changes, and you're constantly updating and upgrading yourself. So it doesn't necessarily mean that, people are bad. It just means that you have evolved beyond them and beyond their knowledge and beyond what they can ever offer you. Oh, I feel like that was like something deeper. I don't know what just happened there. Tell them about their spiritual teachers. Do they know? Do they know them? The Eight of Cups. I asked if you knew your spiritual teacher. Some of you guys may have connected with a spiritual teacher after resisting breaking up with someone, or resisting like constantly getting back together with somebody that you knew damn well you shouldn't have been in a relationship with in the first place. And this is when you found that spiritual teacher. Okay. So after you had to emotionally detach from something, whether it been like a breakup or some sort of denial, because the Five of Wands is there in the reverse, and so that lets me know that this is more sort like a internal conflict. Okay. And with the emotions there, like something that you couldn't bear walk away from. So how many spiritual teachers do they have? The Moon card. I'm not supposed to tell you. The Ace of Wands in the reverse. I'm not supposed to tell you because some of you guys are not taking the actions that you need to. Some of you guys may not be prepared yet. Some of you guys may have not received some sort of enlightenment yet, or may need to receive that enlightenment in a private setting. Okay. So some of you guys are not prepared to meet a new spiritual teacher, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so some of you guys are only destined to have one spiritual teacher right now at the moment, and some of you guys, the Six of Cups. Yeah, you've already met your spiritual teacher. The World card is giving, you already follow them online. Yeah. You already follow them online. Not exactly sure. And if you don't know, I'm not supposed to tell you. If you don't know, I'm not supposed to tell you. Okay. The fun part. Who sent them? Who sent their spiritual teacher? The Moon card. No freaking way. No way they sent the freaking Moon card again. I'm going to do it anyway. Who sent them? I said, no, don't tell them. Why? Who sent their spiritual teacher to them? Look at this. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. The Six of Wands. Some of you guys, it could have been a coworker that connected you to your spiritual teacher. Again, your spiritual teacher is alive, not deceased or omnipresent. You may have found a spiritual teacher through word of mouth, like somebody else was talking about it, possibly like a family member. Just depends. Or some of you guys, your family doesn't know that you have this spiritual teacher, and this spiritual teacher is all out. Like this spiritual, like, because the Six of Wands is like publicly known. Like people know about the spiritual teacher. This is like a well-known spiritual teacher. But the Moon card energy is here is like, maybe you don't want other people to know that you know this spiritual teacher is giving, okay? Or you don't want your coworkers to know about the spiritual teacher, that you follow the spiritual teacher, or I don't know, something like that. Maybe it's like family member. I don't know. Yeah, 7 of Cups. Yeah, there's something about like hiding the spiritual teacher. What? Who sent them? Who sent the spiritual teacher? So it's like, I feel like someone could have shared something or liked something. You know, like, okay, it's giving. Now follow me, okay, for a second. You know how like you're on social media, it doesn't matter what platform it is, but when you like something or you share something, whoever's in your friend group, whoever's following you, or whoever's like keeping tabs on like your social posts basically, or interactions, it will pop up in their feed. Like it will pop up for them, even if you don't share it, but if you like it, it will pop up for them, right? And that's just SEO, period. Okay. And so that being said, it's like maybe someone found, do I want to say that? 5 of Wands. The 4 of Wands. Yeah, it's like a family member. It's like you find this family member and this family member is fighting you or arguing with you because of who found this spiritual teacher first. That's weird. So I don't know. Maybe somebody's having. I'm hearing this argument. It's like I don't remember if I introduced you to them or you introduced me to them. But I like there's something there about like who knew them more, who knows this spiritual teacher more, who knows them better, who's known them longer, who supported them longer. Oh my goodness. Okay. People gonna take it when they take it. Okay, the Sun card, yeah. So for some of you guys who sent this spiritual teacher to you, you don't know. You don't remember. Okay? For others of you, it was sent through like SEO things. Like it just happened because of the algorithm, okay? And then for others of you, there was a particular situation in regards to work where you had issues like conflict, all right? Something was confusing, something was like weird, and you needed clarity on something, and they showed up in your path. So this is more so like, it just feels like divine timing. It just feels like it just had to happen. It's not like somebody was introduced. It was just like, yeah, 10 of Cups. It's like, it happened, didn't it? The King of Wands. Be happy it happened. For some of you guys, confirmation, it was the family member. Like, there was some sort of family member. But I don't know exactly who. Let's see what they want you to know. What does the spiritual teacher want you to know? What does this spiritual teacher want you to know? What's their personal message? What does this spiritual teacher want them to know? Okay. We have the Four of Pentacles here. And the Nine of Wands. Your spiritual teacher wants you to know that it's very important for you to know exactly what you should work tooth and nail for, what you should hold on for dear life for, and when enough is enough. Because sometimes holding on to other people's bullshit is more painful than to walk away with nothing left but a new beginning. The Magician. You are more powerful than you think, and you have everything that you could possibly need in order for you to move forward. So stop feeling that you are not in power, because you are. You're just giving the other people around you in the situation more power over you. Reclaim your spiritual essence and power, and learn how to manifest things in a positive way instead of a negative way. There's always a tool, there's always information, there's always people that are willing to assist you, but are you willing to assist yourself out of the situation? Queen of Swords. Think with your head and not with your heart right now. What does the spiritual teacher want them to know right now? Five of Swords and the Hierophant. You already know the conflict that you face when it comes to your spiritual practices and your spiritual belief. But it is the conflict that you hold on to the most that is what hinders you from your spiritual progress and your spiritual inheritance. The Moon. Sometimes we can fool ourselves by hiding things from ourselves and hiding things from other people and pretending like things are okay when they're not. It is time for you to dig in your subconscious mind and do some shadow work and be real with yourself. The Page of Wands. There are things that are coming out for you, ideas, goals, ambitious projects, things that you've never done before, or things that you want to kick off, start off, things that are fresh, new, you've never done before, but you want to try. Go ahead and do those things. The Fool. This is energy of renewal, but this is also the energy of something new. The Fool also teaches you that it is okay for you to make mistakes as long as you try. All right, Pile 2, those are your messages. Let me know how they resonated. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your energy. Peace. Pile 3. Last but not least, Pile 3. Higher perception, passion. Again, this is that aura type of vibe, right? It's like auric fields. This is like chakra colors, aura colors type deal, okay? This is like oozing, like this really colorful, vibrant, happy, abundant, joyful energy. And it's also giving like really deep sex appeal. So some of you guys got spirit guys that are really good with seduction, attraction, romance, beauty, luxury, okay? Yeah. Tell them about their spirit guides. All right, we have Temperance. We have the Knight of Swords. Some of you guys, you have a spirit guide that helps you to think fast. Like to think quickly on your feet, okay? Some of you guys, you have a spirit guide that helps to fill your energy, okay? Refill your energy when you're being depleted as well. You have a spirit guide that's good when it comes to like divine timing, all right? So some of you guys could have like, I don't know, you could be good when it comes to like not being late or just everything showing up for you at the perfect time, okay? You guys, this is giving connection to one of the archangels as well. Could be Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, or Gabriel, one of those. Okay. What spirit guide? Oh, tell them more about their spirit guides. Page of Cups. So you have a spirit guide that is actually good with fertility work. Okay, so you have a spirit guide. So this is water spirits. Okay, that I'm picking up on. And some of you guys, you have a spirit guide that is good. This is like a warrior spirit. This is like protective spirit. But I'm also seeing like there's a spirit guide that is very intellectual. So you have a spirit guide that's good with helping you study, helping you to learn, to make decisions, and or communicate. The Nine of Swords here. Some of you guys, your spirit guides connect with you a lot in the middle of the night. Leaving some water by your bedside is going to help you to sleep more and or interpret your dreams more or remember your dreams more. For those of you that could be in spiritual prison in your dreams. Meaning that just means don't fuss about it. That just means that, you know, you don't get past the original like layer of dreams to get into the depths of the spiritual dreams or something like that, okay? So you might need some help because there's like layers to the depths of dreaming, and that makes sense, right? You know, some people have multiple dreams in one session, and some people just have that one dream, and some people can't remember nothing, just pitch black. So go ahead and try that, and then remember, dump out the water in the morning. You know, you can dump it out literally down the sink or flush it down the toilet. It doesn't really matter. And it's like every night, okay? And yeah, you could leave it for a week, but I'd just rather do it like every night and you dump it out. It will help you, okay? Also, your spirit guides can also communicate with you through clouds. There's something like, you know, imagery, colors. So this is like picking up things through intuition, okay? Through instinct. This is one of your spirit guides that helps you to see life like that. So some of you guys may have been told that, oh, you know, you're so whimsical, or you are someone that's naive, or someone that, you know, is gullible, or someone that is too bubbly, too happy, too optimistic, and things of that nature, and or too emotional, too hyper, too energetic, too extra, shit like that, right? And so in reality, you had to constantly learn how to dial it back for other people so that way they will be comfortable instead of you being comfortable. And so that there's a spirit guide that wants you to live your most colorful motherfucking life, period, okay? And that's the spirit guide that it is the spirit guide that sends you omens through the pictures and the omens and the clouds and the shapes and the sounds and the, you know, all of the things, okay? Chariot. So you have a spirit guide also that will help you to get things going quickly. So this is like, so you have a spirit guide that will give you the energy or level up basically. Because again, your spirit guides, when they walk with you, you guys share space and energy. And so when they walk with you, their characteristics may show through you. Their essence may show through you. Their blessings and what they're blessed in, basically, like, you know, if they're really good, again, for you guys, it's giving this energy of you guys can really dive into dream work, but you haven't mastered it yet, okay? Some of you guys, you can do water divination, okay, or smoke divination. That is also something really good. But you're connected like that. Tell them more about their spirit guides. All right, seven of coins and the Ace of Swords. So one of your spirit guides, from what I'm seeing in particular, you may have picked another pile. I'm not gonna tell you which. It's giving Archangel Michael, and it's also giving you have a spirit guide that doesn't like lies. They don't like false pretense. They don't like broken promises. Okay. So this spirit guide, there's a spirit guide that you can always call for the truth to be revealed, for some sort of breakthrough, for the right offer to come through versus the wrong versus the wrong offer to come through, and for the right offer to be revealed. I'm also seeing there's a spirit guide that helps you with wealth, accumulate wealth, money, finances, financial opportunity, can be able to give you an abundance of money. So this is like a spirit guide that if you're going to manifest with the spirit guide is going to give you more than $700, more than $7,000. This is a spirit guide that, like, if you really work with that spirit guide, honor them, pay homage, and things of that nature. And again, going back to your spiritual practice and beliefs, that's however you going to do it, however you feel like doing it, and things of that nature. Just make sure that you're respectful, right? Okay. That being said, if you really get in a good, like, balanced relationship with them, they could really bless your life. This spirit guide, the Eight of Pentacles, they will really help you work on whatever you need to work on when it comes to your finances, your money, your bag, all right, and justice. In regards to court situations, things will favor you. In regards to karmic situations, things will favor you. In regards to unjust situations, things will favor you with the spirit guide. The spirit guide don't play, all right? In regards to travel, in regards to moving, in regards to, you know, any type of preparations that you have moving forward, right? In regards to healing from things, in regards to getting recognition, gaining popularity, gaining awareness, for people to recognize you or to value you, or, you know, some sort of energies like that as well, for fortune to follow you as well. Okay. That's the energies of your spirit guides, okay? And that's the energies that walk with you. And so that's also what blesses you. It's like your spirit guides blesses you by walking with you. And they walk with you if you establish a connection with them. You have an altar for them. You do offerings for them. You do prayers and songs for them. You know, you read more about them. That's also spending time with them. Read more about them, listen to songs for them, create songs for them, have conversations with them, things like that, okay? Let's see. Tell them about their spiritual teacher. Your spiritual teacher is alive, okay? Spiritual teacher that you're going to meet in the flesh and or virtually. Just depends on your life situation and how that's going to go, okay? Tell them about their spiritual teacher. Tell them about their spiritual teacher. All right, 10 of Cups. Your spiritual teacher is going to feel like family, okay? Some of you guys, your original spiritual teacher was one of your family members, okay? And if it was one of your family members, I feel like it was two different people, all right? And out of the two different people, they were both in relationships, okay? Either relationships with your family member. So this is like someone that was in a relationship with a family member of yours, that, you know, got married into the family, or this is someone that is your family, but they were in a particular relationship that taught you something. Okay. All right. Tell them about their spiritual teacher. What else do they need to know? Okay. So we have the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Wands. Your spiritual teacher would definitely expose any type of shisty energy in regards to family dynamics. Okay. So this is like if a family member is deciding to work against you, try to take things from you, try to, you know, energetically steal from you, or try to energetically plot anything, you know, against you, they will immediately reveal like, oh, you know, this plot, this plan, they will explode. They will expose it. So this is like very quick energy. Tell them about their spiritual teacher. So yeah, I feel like, yeah, the spiritual teacher don't play, especially in regards. It don't matter if it's family. Like they will let you know. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles here. Your spiritual teacher might actually be someone that is very responsible with finances. May help you. Maybe they have. Maybe the spiritual teacher is also teaching you about finances, about assets, about capital, about financial moves, or maybe they could be a career coach. All right, the spiritual teacher. So maybe they're also doing spiritual teaching, but they also can help you with these things as well. All right. High Priestess, Knight of Swords. Some of you guys already know the spiritual teacher that I'm talking about. And then others of you, your intuition is going to let you know with the Knight of Swords. Like you're going to have some thoughts while I'm channeling these messages, okay? And that's your spiritual teacher. Tell them more about their spiritual teacher. Describe their spiritual teacher. All right, the Queen of Pentacles. Their spiritual teacher is giving... Okay, so I see a monarch here. So your spiritual teacher is someone that has actually transformed and evolved themselves with the wand here. This is a manifester. So your spiritual teacher can teach you how to manifest your best life, how to transition from one reality into another. Can teach you about healing, can teach you about transformation, can teach you about transmutation. This is definitely like someone that, you know, maybe your spiritual teacher is a maternal figure. They could be a mother. It could be a female business owner. All right. Very well financially off as well. The Tower. I feel like this spiritual teacher can also set off like a lot of things for you. Because the Tower is like revealing what is not stable in regards to finances, in regards to your livelihood, in regards to your lifestyle, things that you have to quickly, with an impulse, cut off before something suddenly happens. You know, it's like things of that nature. So very, very like warning messages as well. So this is giving like tarot messages and things. The spiritual teacher could definitely be like someone that gives you insight of like, hey, you know, you may need to dial this back, or be careful with this investment, be careful with this person, blah, 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 right? Be careful with trusting this family member, or be careful with integrating this person into, you know, this romantic interest into your family, right? It's giving that energy so that way they can get you out, Five of Pentacles in the reverse, of bad situations, okay? Of things that are unstable or one-sided, or just a loss in profit. Tell them more about their spiritual teacher. Do they already know the spiritual teacher? Have they already met the spiritual teacher? All right. You have the Five of Cups in the reverse in regards to whether or not you've met them. The Seven of Cups in the reverse. Oh, listen, there is no illusion here. Some of you guys are like, oh, it could be these many people. It's like, you don't have many. First of all, you don't have many spiritual teachers. That's what I see. You don't have many. And this spiritual teacher will never disappoint you. I don't know why I had to say that, and I usually don't say never, but you know, they or maybe that's how you talk. You're like, they never disappoint, you know. The Ace of Pentacles, yeah. This spiritual teacher is worth investing money for. This is like somebody that's like, yeah, you know, I make sure that I have a monthly subscription. Yeah, I make sure that, you know, I booked them for the year or something like that. Okay, yeah, you talk to this spiritual teacher. You talk to them, yeah. And if you don't talk to the spiritual teacher, you guys like, oh, I don't really talk to the spiritual teacher. Like, not on a personal note, you might follow their business account and might get like a whole bunch of notifications from that account. Okay, and maybe you know maybe you guys may interact. Okay, tell them more about the spiritual teacher. Okay, we have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, the Queen of Swords, and the Temperance. You know what this is giving? Some of you guys, you had two different options, and you weren't really sure in regards to who was the best spiritual teacher or who was more in alignment with you. With that Queen of Swords energy is more so like what was more in alignment with you. With the Temperance is like you was kind of giving time for something to kind of play itself out, to figure out like which one was which. Okay, give them that confirmation. Who is their spiritual teacher? Seven of Wands, that wanted to come out. Two of Swords. It's the person that always helps you out of an indecisive situation. Chariot. They allow you, like, they're the spiritual teacher that comes in and be like, hey, you put this blindfold on yourself, now let's get it together, sis, and you know, do these things and you're gonna be fine. It's like that type of spiritual teacher. Like, you have a spiritual teacher that always comes at the right time, that always tell you the right advice, that is never too emotionally invested, like with their own shit, to be able to give you the guidance that they need, like to deliver to you. And with that Seven of Wands, is almost like sometimes you need to be a little protective of your feelings when you get like messages from this person. Okay, so maybe, like, you know, again with that Queen of Swords, like, you know, you might worry a little bit, but they take that worry away. I don't know exactly how, but especially if it has anything to do with family, work, like lifestyle changes, your intuition, spiritual development, things like that. Okay, last message here would be, who sent them? Who sent your spiritual teacher? Who sent them? The Five of Swords came up. So they were sent because of a situation that you were going through. You're going through some sort of conflict or adversity. Yeah. Someone was playing your face or something like that. Or someone was playing around when you weren't playing around, or someone was playing you for a fool or for a joke or something like that. That's the reasoning why this spiritual teacher showed up in your life. Who sent them? Who sent this spiritual teacher? Okay, whoa. All right. Here we go. The Ace of Pentacles. the Two of Wands reverse, the Ten of Swords, the Moon, the Page of Cups reverse, the Nine of Wands, the Star. Okay. It's giving this energy of you guys went through a really tough situation that triggered a change in your life. And when I say triggered a change in your life, like it put a damper in your plans, okay? Like something, whatever this is that happened, it did not go as planned. And it took more out of you than expected. And you needed to get into this energy of healing to restore yourself after giving way too much to the wrong people, after being played with, after, you know, and this could have been like in regards to your value, your worth, your positioning. It's like people were offering you things that they could not fully sustain, okay? And so that, like, this spiritual teacher either arrived in your life around this time or is arriving around this time, okay? Just depends for you guys. Tell them who sent this spiritual teacher and why. Okay. You have the Hierophant, the Hermit, and the King of Swords. So I'm going to be honest with you. With that moon energy, we are asking a question. That moon energy always gives me the, you know, not supposed to know too much. So I'm going to give you as much as I can get out of here, okay? It is giving like this spiritual teacher came specifically for the intention to reveal things that you were unaware of, to reveal things in regards to people that were playing in your face and then laughing about it in other places and circles and spaces, with people where people were saying that they were clapping for you and rooting for you. In reality, were praying your downfall in a group, okay? People that will leave your side spitefully and not care, all right? And so you were supposed to be made aware of this, okay? This is why this spiritual teacher came out. So honestly, who really sent you to them? The people that fucked you over. Every time somebody fucked you over, they basically called on this freaking spiritual teacher to rat them out, the Hermit. Because from what I'm seeing here, this spiritual teacher is someone that doesn't really spend too much time with other people outside. All right. So this is a spiritual teacher that they're not always outside. They literally, they only out because they working or because they getting they money, or they doing whatever they need to do because, you know, they out and about for their family or something like that. Like this Hermit energy is like, this is a loner. This is someone that, you know, studies intensely in regards to their craft, and their craft is their spiritual practices, is being a spiritual teacher. With the King of Swords, this is someone that is very strict, very disciplined, you know, very, very aware in regards to whether something is a soul contract or not, and does not have time to dilly-dally with anyone because they have to get this last goal done and this last task done by this hour. Okay. So yeah, this this spiritual teacher is very, very, yeah, Two of Swords here. They come around the time where you yourself are limiting yourself from seeing something clearly. Because the Two of Swords is not just about, you know, being uncertain. It's sometimes about not wanting to make a decision. And that Ten of Swords in the Star card is like you were in the state. So this spiritual teacher came in a time and space and place when you needed that finalized decision of this is enough. How much more can you take? There's no more that you can take from here. All you can do is heal. Okay, yeah, justice in the reverse. So yeah, this spirit this spiritual teacher literally arrived in a time where you needed to get a lot of like karmic partner messages, karmic situationship messages, relationship karma deals, and things of that, karmic law, karmic reciprocity, things of that nature. Okay, whatever you give, you get type deal. All right, that's what this spiritual teacher is helping you with, and why they're here for you. Okay. And then again, the very, 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 very last question, and we're out of here. You guys let me know how these messages resonate for you. And if you want more like this, comment down below. What does the spiritual teacher want to tell you? All right. You have the Knight of Swords. You have the Hierophant. You have the Moon card. When you're angry, the heavens hear you. And when you whisper and you mumble when you're crying, they feel your prayers too. There's a lot of prayers that you have subconsciously manifested without knowing because you were impulsive when you said the words that you said. Okay, so there's certain things that you have to be careful with in regards to manifesting. Stop being so impulsive in regards to what you say, especially if you're leaning towards becoming more spiritual, learning, how quickly the energy can move, especially when it's in the state of the subconscious mind. So become more aware with your subconscious thoughts and your impulsive reactions and why they come. And align yourself, become more spiritually disciplined. What does the spiritual teacher want them to know? The Seven of Wands in the reverse, the Page of Cups in the reverse, the Judgment in the reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Wow. When you don't protect your heart, when you just grab any offer that is presented to you without utilizing your discernment, when you jump into something new because you're running away from the old, because you're impatient and you're impulsive, you often find yourself in unsustainable relationships with unreliable people and a lot of loss of valuable time. What do they want you to know? What do they want you to know? The Nine of Cups, the Six of Wands, the Ten of Wands, and the Strength card. There's going to be a time and place in your life when you're going to be at the pinnacle, the most satisfied you've ever been. And for that moment, you're also going to realize that the awards, the fame, the recognition, and how other people perceive you is not worth the stress, is not worth being overwhelmed. That rest is so much more important. That happiness is so much more important. That love is so much more important than anything else in this world in the present moment. And that's what's going to satisfy you. And that is what's going to be the thing that motivates you. And that's what you want to hold on around you. Because competing, pausing, and reflecting where conflict really comes from. It comes from a place of feeling that you are unworthy, or that someone else is more appreciative, is more talented, is more than you and more capable than you could ever be. And that comes from a place of lack, and that comes from a place of feeling insignificant. And you realizing that you can have everything and anything that you could ever want is what helps you to break free from spiritual conflict and energetic combat in the first place. All right, you guys, those were your messages. I know they were pretty deep at the end. You guys let me know what pile you chose. And if you guys watched each and every one of them, let me know which one was your favorite. Peace.